Yes, welcome to Black Star Sports TV. This one is probably gonna be a shorter video because I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. On my channel, I talk about pretty much Dallas Cowboys and boxing. That's pretty much what my channel is. And just got through watching the Dallas Cowboys play the Chicago Bears on Thursday Night Football. Man, I've been a Cowboy fan my whole life. And never have I seen anything like this. But, it was almost after the first quarter. I almost could just dictate, not dictate, but predict what was going to happen next. Because, I even told my wife, I said, watch this guy here. He's going to go this way, and that guy's going to do this, and they're not going to catch that. And sure enough, the guy gets the ball, goes that way, and everybody's just running around, fumbling and bumbling. They can't tackle. I've never seen anything so disorganized and crazy in my life. And here these guys are in the NFL, making big money playing the sport, a sport that we play for free, and then we go out there just on pride alone. We couldn't stand for nothing like that. 3-game losing streak, and then you go out there and play like that with the whole world watching you. Just make me wonder, what's on their mind? How can they be that out of there? But but as I looked at the defense, I think we're gonna have to scrap that. That defense, that Tampa 2 thing ain't working no more. I think everybody has figured this out now because, it's like if you notice early in the season we was in the top 5 against the run, and then as the weeks go by, we've been slipping further back, and more people every week just continue to gash us for just run the ball. It's like nothing. They're running all this day, like 5 and 10 yards a pop, like there's nothing to it. And now we're ranked 16, so we dropped, out of the top 10, damn near out of the top 20, and predicting the next couple of weeks, we will be under the top 20, against the run. So it's like, something's got to be done now, and I can't understand the offense either. It's like the coaches will come out there and they'll game plan for the first drive. We're going to run these plays. And that'll work, and they'll get down there and they'll score. They'll look good, Last night they had a 17-play drive, it took up 11 minutes. That's one of the longest drives in history of the NFL to start the game. So you're thinking, oh wow, man, we got a running game going. Zach done bust a few big ones. Oh man, we about to give it to them. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they come back out there. The Bears and looked at their tape, and then they looked at the Polaroids and the video and everything. Look, oh, they lined up like this. They're doing like this. Okay, we're going to do this. So they'll adjust something. And once they make that adjustment, that's it for the night. That the Cowboy coaches can't look at the same Polaroids. They get the same ability to look at the same Polaroids, same video, same, NFL level coaching staff, supposedly. You're looking right at the stuff and you say, well, what did they do differently on the second drive than they did on the first drive? Nobody can look and say, oh, well, now they're attacking the B gap, they're attacking the A gap, or we got this, or they're blitzing on this side, or whatever that they're trying to do. And then make an adjustment to that. It's like there's never an adjustment to the adjustment. How can you be on the pro level, the NFL level, making the big dollars, the big bucks in the big leagues, and you can't, that's what the coach is supposed to do, but we don't have coaches that can do that. Last year when we got started and everything, we looked invincible. First 10 games of the season, the defense was solid. The offense had to come up and catch up with the defense. But for the most part of the season, the defense was vicious, and nobody could run on us. And then all of a sudden, when it started when we played the Colts last year, and the Colts had made an adjustment on us, and somehow, man, they were just bullying us. They was getting past our D linemen and getting straight to the linebackers, and that enabled the running back to get into the second and third levels, and they was just gashing us. And then it was like, wow, man, nobody thought that was going to happen. It was really shocking. Like, man, what did they do? We thought, well, maybe it was a fluke. And then all of a sudden, when we get to the playoffs and we finally get up against the Rams do the same thing. But the only thing about the Rams was they ran their plays, but the only thing they did was add a little motion. Just a little simple motion threw the whole defense off. The whole defense is just standing there like, huh? He goes in, oh, what we do? The motion. And so they went with the motion, and next thing you know, they have an offensive lineman that comes off a D lineman and right into the linebacker. Boom, he's blocked, and then, oh my God, they was gashing us left and right, and put us in a big hole in that game. Once again, no adjustment made there. Instead of saying, well, okay, they're doing this. Well, if they're doing this, then we need to do this. Well, let's counteract that with something. Nothing. If this is what we plan on doing next week, this is what we're going to do no matter what. We're going to run the same plays. We're going to keep on doing no matter what. If they stopping it, we stopping it. We just got to execute better. We just got to execute better. We can't keep leaning on just executing better. This is the big leagues. And we got all this talent. We got all these #1 picks and #1 this. And we got Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott, who is playing MVP this year. I mean, look at the stats. He's leading the league in passing. I mean, he's not having no problem getting the ball. Nobody's talking about him dinking and dunking this year. Ball go anywhere on the field, making all the nice little tight throws. I mean, anything you want to do, he's doing it this year. But yet, we only got 6 wins and 7 losses. 7 losses. Got a kicker that goes out there. I mean, the one drive, we got all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Had to settle for a field goal. I told my wife then, I said, watch this field goal. Next thing I know, that ball goes up, straight to the right. I'm like, how I know that was going to get ready to happen? This guy do it all the time, but is Jerry Jones going to do something about that guy? Nope. Got a job this morning. Been doing it all season, and it still could keep his job. I remember days in the past when Jimmy Johnson would cut you. I mean, if you fell asleep at a team meeting, and here these guys are not performing on the field. Matter of fact, it was a running back back in the 90s when, matter of fact, the first 2 games when that year that Emmitt Smith held out, tried to get his that $4 million that year, with Sherman Williams, I believe his name was. Running back went out there and fumbled the ball in that game. Next day, Jimmy Johnson cut him. He wasn't playing it. But now, there's no accountability for nothing. If you go out there, you screw up, you throw an interception, you fumble the football, you don't make a tackle, you don't follow a read, you don't do your job, and you still keep your job. You still get paid. He's still talking about trying to come up with more money to pay this guy, to make this guy the highest paid this and that guy the highest paid that. And it's not translating on the field. I mean, how long is this going to keep going on? I mean, I remember the 90s and how we used to dominate and we won all those Super Bowls and how great that was. And this team right here is every bit as talented as those teams were. But what is holding us back here and why we can't get to that next level and get back to that Super Bowl glory that we had before? I mean, it's ridiculous that we sit back in that time space where we haven't even been back to the Super Bowl where you got the Patriots have basically built 2 dynasties since then. I mean, just going back go back like it's nothing to it. Go back, go another Super Bowl, another Super Bowl, another Super Bowl. We can't even get a NFC Championship appearance, let alone get to a Super Bowl. The Eagles make it there, they win. The Giants have been twice. I mean, this is crazy. Still nothing changes, nothing happens, just the same old, same old. We keep spending our money, going out there, the Cowboys. Everybody talk trash, oh, y'all suck, y'all this, that. We man, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. We just do enough to keep us interested in the team. Just enough to keep us hooked where we can't let it go, can't let it go. No matter how hard we try, we'll get mad and everything, and we'll be, oh my God, here they go again. What are they doing to us? What are they doing to us? And then, the next morning, we'll have a new reason why we want to stay with the team. But this one tonight hurts. It hurts real bad. Hurts real bad. I mean, we got the Eagles who are trying to die, trying to make sure that we keep first place and get this little pity placement into this wild card home game and all this good stuff. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. I mean, after that game tonight with the Bears, I mean, the Bears had 4 starters on defense that wasn't even playing, and we couldn't take advantage of that. I don't understand it. The offense is #1 offense in football. I mean, only the Cowboys. It's like you could take a player from another team who's just been terrible on the fence. He's getting ready to be done. Then all of a sudden, if they look up there and they're playing the Cowboys this week, all of a sudden that guy right there is a Hall of Famer. Just for one night, he's a Hall of Famer. The next day, he'll go back and suck, and he might even get out the league. But that night, he's remarkable. And it just seems to be a trend of that keep happening. It's just frustrating to see. Defensive players can't tackle. They're running all over the field. They're not in position. when they run a misdirection to plays, I'm like, everybody's looking around all crazy. Well, they don't know what's going on, or where to be, or how to respond. Or if you got a DB running with a wide receiver, he's running with him, but he won't turn around and look back at the ball. The ball will go be right. If you just turn around, sometimes you have an interception, but they won't even turn around to the ball. They'll run like this here, get past interference, give him the ball at the 1 yard line if he don't catch it for the touchdown. I mean, it's just silly stuff like that that just keeps happening over and over and over again. Just enough of this, man. Enough. As far as this season goes, man, I don't know. I'm thinking about draft picks for next year. But on the subject of draft picks, what happened to that draft last year when we picked this guy Tristan Hill, who barely gets on the field, and when he does get on the field, you don't even know, is he there or not there? They put so much into getting this one guy. This guy here, he's going to be. They sold him to us. Oh, Tristan Hill, he could be a Warren Sapp. He'll do like this, and he'll come. He's got a quick step, and he does all this. I ain't seen none of that. This year. But I did see Warren Thornhill getting an interception this weekend, playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, who we could have had, who I wanted us to draft, but now we get this guy. And what about the offensive lineman? Hell, I don't even remember his name now. It's McConnell, whatever it is. But he was the big offensive lineman that we supposed to sign. Okay, he was injured for the year, out before the season even started. He's out. So as far as the draft, matter of fact, Bo Scarborough, well, they devalued him so bad that they got rid of him. Now he's with Detroit, but when he's with Detroit, guess who he plays? The Cowboys. All of a sudden now, he's all over the place, getting yardage. He's doing his thing. Could have been, we could have used him, especially tonight because we didn't have any other running backs. But Ezekiel Elliott, and even Mike Weber. We had him. Why they didn't activate him to play him that night? He ended up at Ohio State. We could have used that guy. And the fullback. Oh my God, the fullback. Omawala is his name. Yeah, they ran him on a hot route. When on a play that Ezekiel Elliott had, I need a break. He had one big run, then he needs a break. He gets out the game, then he put this guy, and this guy don't know his assignment. He's running a hot route. He never turns around to look for the ball. He's running, and Dak throws him the ball. He never looks. He's just running, and the ball falls behind him. And he's running, what's going on? This guy never knows what he's doing. What is he on the team? What do we have a fullback for? He's not doing anything. I don't understand some of these things that these people are doing, man. In Carolina, they didn't play no jokes. Ron Rivera gone. He just played the Super Bowl just a couple of years ago. They had an undefeated season all the way to the Super Bowl just a couple of years ago. They lost to the Redskins. They ain't even play no games, man. You out of here. Just like that. But to be quite honest, man, I wouldn't mind having Ron Rivera on our team, man. He wouldn't. If he coached us, man, on our defense, we need to reshape that thing. That Tampa 2 got to go. It's got to go. Offenses around the league know what to do now. They're attacking it up the seam and everything, and they know where to go, where the weak spots are now, and they're hitting them, and it's working. Because our defense looks like they just don't know what they're doing. They don't know where to start, where to end, who to call. What they don't know nothing. It looks just pitiful. It's embarrassing. It is more embarrassing than I can think of a game that I've seen us play in a long time. I've seen some bad ones in the last few years, but my God, that one hurt so bad because you figured after the two-game losing streak, lose the big Thanksgiving Day home game against Buffalo, get smacked around and beat up and all that type of thing, and then everybody just trash you. Y'all practice outside. They're practicing outside now. They're getting chippy. They're going to do this. So you thinking, okay, the guys is getting it together. They're going to come out there. Oh, no. They go out there. The first series, they going down the field, score. Yeah, all right, looking good. After that, shoo. But wait. At the very end, all of a sudden, they rally. They get a couple scores in. Just enough to give you a little hope to think, oh, well, we could do this. But for a whole chunk of the game, all that is missing. All that is gone. It's not possible. They don't know football anymore. Then all of a sudden at the end, they'll remember it. And then they'll get a couple of scores and run up some stats and everything. But they still lose. They're not going to win the game. I look and I see all of these other Cowboy YouTubers talking, like Mark Holmes and 1980 and them guys, man. And Man, I sympathize because I know exactly how they feel, and I tried to calm myself down before I did this because at first I think this would have been a X-rated video because I'd have been saying some things that just would have been been right for me to say. But my God, something has to happen. But Jason Garrett has to go. All this clapping and looking and standing. Nobody's getting in nobody's butt. Hey man, you got to get out there. Come on, stand on the side, do what they do. I mean, get in the coach's ass if you got to. But you got to get into something. You the head coach. You got to make something happen. Something got to go down. If you don't make it happen at the head coach, you got to get the hell out of here. Can't be here doing this. Jimmy Johnson wouldn't take it. Bill Parcells wouldn't take it. If you're not gonna be the head coach. If you're not here to be the head coach, then you don't need to be in Dallas. And that's just the bottom line about that. Just standing there. All right, guys, it's gonna get it. No, that ain't nothing. And then another thing about this team that I'm starting to understand, and I don't like. It's like you get players like Dez Bryant, Terrell Owens, and them. The guys get a bad rap. They bad for the team, and they got this and that cancer, and they all this. But one thing about those guys is those guys played with passion. When you saw Terrell Owens in the offseason, man, he was giving it 130%. In the beginning, I never liked Terrell Owens. Even when he first came to the Cowboys, I didn't like him. I grew to like him after he got to the Cowboys when I started to see how he prepared to play the game and how he went out there and he put his heart into it. He did everything. He stayed in shape. He was always on. You never looked at him and said, well, he looks slow or his routes ain't crisp or you wanted to criticize him. Later on in his career, they would say, well, he'd drop a few balls, but everybody dropped a few balls. But for the most part, when we had him on his team, man, he was lighting the NFL up. Him and Romo was doing that thing. And then when a guy has that much passion in it and he sees something and he wants to express himself and he come back and say, well, hey, man, why you keep throwing the ball to Witten, man? We can do this. He's saying that could have been even more powerful of a duo. People criticize him. Oh, well, his attitude, he this and that. But boys, but what if he was right, though? What if he was right? What if it said instead of he got 13 touchdowns that year, he got 30? And that translated into even more victories and got us to a Super Bowl, possibly. Because he was lighting it up, man. And then when they got Lawrence Robinson on the team too, man, that was a nice combo. And then the next, that 1 year, but then this Jacksonville hurried up and signed that guy and got him off the team. And I wish he could have stayed because that was something nice with him and Romo. But I just don't understand it, man. We need guys like that that's going to come to the sideline if the coach is not going to do it. Just like look at Ray Lewis for Baltimore. Didn't nobody have to look around and ask or think of nothing. Ray was on it. He'd get everybody on the sideline together. Look, man, let's get out here. Let's go. We're going to dig them in. Do your assignment. You got I got your back. You got mine. We're going to go out here. And then he fire everybody up and the guys go back out there and you see everybody. Them guys is ready, man. The ball snaps. They going the way they got to be. They dead before the ball gets there. Quarterback on the other team looking like, man, good God, where are these guys coming from? How do they know what we're going to do before we're going to do it? These guys was prepared. It's because the players took it upon themselves to say, I don't care what's going on around here. We're going to win this game. We're going to do what we got to do. And that's how it's got to be. We need players like that. We can't have these old guys on the sideline. Oh, I'm not going to express my opinion. I don't want to say nothing. I'm just, okay. Yes, coach, you do. All right. Well, I'll just, okay. Nah, man, that's not how you do. That's not how you play this game. If something ain't right, you go tell the coach, look, man, this punk-ass route ain't working. It's not working, man. He's diving down on it every time. He's jumping on it. Just like when Amari Cooper did last year when he first got there and got him in the doghouse with Lanahan. He told him, he said, look, man, he's jumping the route every time. They know the route. Let me run this, and I'll burn him on this one. They went on and did it, and it paid off. And then after that, he gets mad when you didn't follow my orders and stuff like that. What type of stuff is that, man? Are we playing this game to appease somebody's ego? Or are we playing this game to win win the game and ultimately win a Super Bowl? Don't the Cowboys want to be the Super Bowl champs again? I would love to see it. I've been waiting to see it for I don't know how many years now. I can barely remember the last three. Thank God I can remember them when I was there and I enjoyed all of them. But I want some more of them. I know that much. I want some more of them. So whatever got to be fixed and whatever got to be done, man, got to be done. And if we can part ways with Dez Bryant and such like that, man, well, we can let Witten a slow ass go too, because he ain't doing too much. He ain't doing too much of nothing. He's just slowing down the progress of the next generation coming in there. We got to get somebody in here that's going to take the reins and run things like Bill Parcells did. Come in and have complete control over what goes down with this team. But it's got to be somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. You know, we can't keep doing this. We're going to promote from within. From promoting from within is going to get us the same thing we've been doing all along. So we need something new in here. Need something new. It's got to come from somewhere else to here. So I don't know what Jerry Jones is going to do, but we got to do something. I don't know. Man, I love my Cowboys, but man, I don't know. This one here hurts, man. This hurts.